Okay, now we're on day 2, which you should basically be doing all in one day. And if you look at the top, it says, so we're talking about angle relationship still, and it shows you that on a circle, here we have basically inscribed angles. To find the angle measurement, you basically do half the measure of this intercepted arc. It's kind of summing up everything we did already. If you have 2 secants, so this is an inscribed angle. Inside the circle, remember to find the angle, you do half the sum of the 2 intersected arcs. So here, angle 1 would equal 120 divided by 2. Here, angle 1 would equal 44 plus 86 divided by 2. And then the last one would be, if we had 2 tangents, we'll do that one as an example. And this was 78, this was 202. The measure of angle 1, that's a 1, is equal to 202 minus 78 all over 2. So outside the circle, half the difference. Inside the circle, half the sum. And inscribed angles, just take a half of the intersected arc. And so now let's look at example 5. And it says, find the measure of arc AF. And if you look inside your picture, you have here, according to secant, that's A, this 60, this is D. Now here's F, they intersect at E, this is B, and this is 48 degrees. This one's worth 110 out here, and there's a tangent coming out of it, and then this whole arc right here is 160. And we're going to answer 2 questions with this. No, just 1 question. All right, the first one says find the measure of angle ABC. So you use your highlighter. ABC is here, and what do we see on this one? That it matches up with this arc. So basically what we would have to do, if we're trying to find, wait, what am I reading? Pause for the cause. Sorry. The question, I'm skipping around. The question asks us for AF. Sorry about that. Arc AF. And so when we look at it, we have arc AF. That's what we're trying to find. Given information off of this, we see that angle ABC is 110. We know that this is 60 and this is 160. I'm tripping, guys. Okay, so I'm looking at the wrong information. Hold on, wrong paper I'm looking at. You are not given the 60. That's not given. This is all you're given. The 48, 110, and then 160. Got it? All right. So, in order to get over here, we have to figure out all of this over here. So, if we look, and I'm going to use my highlighter instead of trying to do shortcuts because shortcuts don't work. We know this angle, and we know that this fits with this arc, right? And with the theorem, we know that this angle equals half, angle ABC is half of arc ADC, right? And so we know that it's 110 is how much that angle measurement is, and it's going to equal half of arc ADC. But in arc ADC, we are missing some information. We do not know what this is right here, this piece right here, AD. But if we go backwards and double this, then we know that arc ADC is going to be equivalent to 220, right? And so we know 160 is part of it. So to figure out that missing one, we do 220 minus 160, and that is going to equal 60 degrees. And that is how we find out that that equals 60. Everybody got that? And so now to figure out arc AB, we would do 360 minus the 48 minus 160 minus 60. And so arc AF, the unknown, because we know the whole circle equals 360, is equal to 92 degrees. Sorry, it's been a long day. I'm tired. Any questions on that? All right, flip it over, and we're only going to do one of the check it outs. The other ones you can do on your own because I'm tapped out. All right, so we have the measure of arc LP for check it out. And let me draw my figures. I have a secant intersecting at Q, and it's matching up with that secant as this one is M. This one goes this way and creates L, and this intersecting one is N. And let me make sure I label it correctly. Hold on. Right in my papers. And if I label it correctly, we're given, this is 80 degrees. LR, where's R? R is right here, P is right here. The whole LR is given that it's 100 degrees. And this outside one is 26 degrees. Everybody got that? So if we're trying to find, hold on. Okay, so we're trying to find LP. That's an unknown, right? Look at what you're given. If you look at what you're given, we need to figure out hold on. Let me look at it. All right, okay. Woohoo, here we go. So if we look at the figure, we see these two secants, right? It matches up with the bigger arc and the smaller arc. This minus this, take half of that will give you the angle. So in a nutshell, we don't know what this one is. And we need to figure out what that one is so that we can subtract it from 100 to figure out what LP is. So we do know that the angle, which is 26 degrees, is equal to half the difference of 80 minus X, right? Because 80 minus X is going to give us that one. And so when we plug it in, we know we have to go backwards. And so if we multiply both sides by 2, this gives us 52 is equal to 80 minus X. Sorry. Subtract 80 on both sides, and we end up with negative X equals negative 28. Of course, they both can't be negative, so it's positive. So that tells us that this right here, X equals 80. So right here, that smaller arc is, 28. It's 28, right? So if you go back and double check, 80 minus 28, take half of that should give you 26. Now, since we know that right here, that is PR is 28, now we can figure out what LP is. And we can do that because we were given that LR, the whole arc, is equal to 100. So we do 100 minus 28. And so LR is worth, 72 degrees. And that sums it up. Pause, rewind, go back, redo, look at it again. Whatever you need to do to make sure you master it. I'm done.